What's up my G's, and welcome back to another episode review of the Dragon Quest Dino Daiboken, aka The Adventures of Dai anime. And today we are diving into episode 8, Furfang Full Assault. By the title of this episode, you can already tell that the Furfang Legion is going to attack, and this means trouble for Dai and his friends, as well as the people of Romos Kingdom. If you are new to this channel and enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Also, remember to let me know what your favorite part of this week's episode was in the comment section down below. All of your support really helps me grow this channel and will allow me to continue bringing you new and entertaining content, and I really appreciate it. With all that said and done, let's jump right in. This episode starts off with Mom joining Dai and Pop on their way to Romos Castle. With Mom leading the way, they make it to the castle where they find out that since it's nighttime, they have to wait until the next day to meet with the king. So the three heroes decide to spend the night at the inn. Once there, they find out that another hero party is actually staying at the inn, and Dai rushes to go meet them. He knocks on their door, and we find out that the other heroes are actually the fake heroes from the first episode. They quickly tell Dai that they have turned over a new leaf. Yeah, right. The next morning, as the sun is still rising, we switch over to Crocodile, who is on a cliffside staring at the castle, vowing to get his revenge on Dai. He leads a stampede of monsters towards Romos Castle, and he is picked up by a bird monster and taken over to the castle. The monsters making their way through the town to the castle wakes Dai up from his sleep. This part right here looks so cool in color compared to the manga. The ominous feeling from the color tones in the sky and Crocodile standing there definitely told you that something was about to go down. And then seeing all the monsters stampeding, which were all of the same monsters from the Dragon Quest games, was also very fun to watch. It was animated with that same kind of CGI that they had in earlier episodes, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Speaking of the games, if you want to learn more about the games but don't actually want to play them, check out my reviews on the Dragon Quest games, 1 through 6. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Anyway, back to the story. Mom spots Crocodile being held by a bird monster in the sky, giving the order to his Furfang Legion to destroy Romos Castle. Dai quickly grabs his sword and rushes to the castle. We then get some cool action scenes of the monsters facing off against the soldiers of the castle. The king is being informed of the situation when Crocodile bursts through the throne room ceiling, swiftly taking out some of the soldiers, and tells the king that he is only there to use him as bait. We switch over to Mom, Pop, and the fake heroes back at the inn. Mom is trying to convince everybody to go help Dai, and the fake heroes are too scared to help. Even Pop is too scared and says that he doesn't want to fight the Dark Army. Pop is pretty much showing how much of a pansy he is, and Mom has enough of it and smacks him really hard, like Sakura punching Naruto. She starts to cry because she believed in Pop and Dai, and is disappointed in Pop. Mom then rushes to go help Dai, while Pop is left in the inn with his head down. This part showed a lot of emotion. Pop was showing his true cowardly colors, while Mom was losing hope in him. She even asked Pop if he learned anything from Avan. After having that dream about Avan, you would think that Pop would have gotten it together by now, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Even the fake heroes were looking at the situation in shock. Come on, Pop, you gotta do better. We switch back over to Dai, who made his way to face Crocodile in the throne room. Dai comes face to face with Crocodile, who is holding the king by the shirt. In the corner of the room was a monster eye that was being used by Zabuera to watch the fight. Crocodile tells Dai to come at him, and he threatens the king. So Dai quickly jumps into the air and pulls out his knife, and while still in midair, he puts his knife away and uses the Frizz spell instead, which is a fire spell. And this catches Crocodile off guard. In their last battle, Dai was only able to use his sword, and Crocodile wondered if Dai was able to master the Frizz spell in just a couple of days. This spell broke a hole in the ground and separated Crocodile from the king. Crocodile then realizes that if Dai continues to grow, he will become a huge threat to the Dark Army. Mom finally shows up, and Dai tells her to heal the king while he gets ready to face off against Crocodile for a second time. Crocodile knows that he has to kill Dai now while he has the chance, and pulls out the black box that Zabuera gave him in the last episode. He crushes it in his hand, and inside was a magic cylinder, the same kind that Dai used in the first episode to transport his monster friends to the boat to face off against the fake heroes. So in one episode, we get the return of the magic cylinders and the fake heroes, in a battle that's taking place in Romos Kingdom. Now this right here takes us back to the first episode. Crocodile uses the magic cylinder and releases the monster, and out comes Brass, who is no longer protected by Yvonne's barrier and is now being fully controlled by the evil king's will. Brass uses the fuddle spell, which makes one of the soldiers start to hallucinate and start attacking the other soldiers around him. The soldiers go to attack Brass, but Dai begs them to stop. He can't hurt Brass, and he is pleading for Brass to come to his senses. Even after Brass attacks Dai, Dai still can't bring himself to hurt Brass. Brass even hits Dai with a Frizzle spell, the stronger version of the Frizz spell. We then switch over to Hadlar talking to an evil eye that informs him of the situation. Hadlar is surprised that Dai has grown strong enough that Crocodile would need help from Zaboera. Hadlar isn't worried though, because with Zaboera helping, Dai was sure to lose. We switch back over to Dai, and Crocodile throws his axe at Dai, and Mom swoops in and saves Dai. She tries to shoot Brass, but Dai doesn't let her. He starts to cry because Brass is the only family he has and he can't bear to lose him. Mom quickly starts to talk down to Crocodile because he stooped to such a low level just to win. Even the soldiers start to call Crocodile a coward, and they say that he's not a warrior for having to stoop so low. Crocodile is getting angry and he says that he's already abandoned his pride. Dai comes up with a plan to get the magic cylinder from Crocodile. He tells Mom to take care of Brass while he tries to retrieve the magic cylinder. Crocodile does not let that happen though. He hits Dai with a knee to the stomach, and then again with a punch to the face that sends Dai flying across the room. Crocodile says that it's time to finally end the fight, and he starts to use his most powerful attack. His arm starts to get buff as hell, and it also starts to shine with a white aura. He built up energy in his arm, and he sent the attack at Dai and Mom. This looked awesome as hell. It definitely looked like something straight out of Dragon Ball Z. He literally used some sort of ki blast that broke through the castle wall and kept going for what looked like miles. We got a shot of the castle in the distance with the blast being shot from where Crocodile was fighting Dai. It showed the full force of Crocodile's power. After that, we see a huge hole in the castle wall and Dai laying on the floor face first. Crocodile then shouts at the camera that he was victorious. And that's the end of the episode. This is the second time that Dai faces off against Crocodile, and already he seems to be in a dire situation. Pop was too scared to do anything, and with Brass being used as a puppet, Mom was unable to really help Dai. We're left with another cliffhanger. I feel like this episode was pretty good. Bringing back the fake heroes from the first episode felt like some filler, because they weren't really used in any way. There's always next episode though. Besides that, the fight between Dai and Crocodile wasn't super great, but it wasn't the worst either. Having Crocodile use Brass as a puppet was a very evil thing to do, and Crocodile must have felt pressured by his need to kill Dai. The last thing Crocodile wants is to lose to Dai and be humiliated. With a special move like his buff arm blast, I don't really get why he didn't use that earlier instead of using Brass as a puppet first. I guess it just comes down to being desperate. We will see how the next episode plays out. Dai just needs to tap into that mark on his forehead already. Anyway, I'm really enjoying making these videos and I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. My goal for these videos is to give you something to listen to while we wait for the next episode to come out. It's like reliving the episode without watching it, and instead imagining and remembering the episode as you listen. That was something I really enjoyed doing when Dragon Ball Super was on the air. So being able to provide the same kind of content is really awesome to me. I hope you guys will continue to join me as I review and recap these episodes of the Dragon Quest Dino Daiboken, aka The Adventures of Dai anime. And I'll see you next time with the next Dragon Quest video. Peace out, my G's.